Ladies and gentlemen of the Action Army, what is going on, and welcome to another episode of Answers for Athletes. In today's video, we're going to talk about the 12 exercises that took me to a 43-inch vertical jump, and that was a 43-inch approach vertical jump, not standing. So that would be quite impressive if it was a 43-inch standing vertical jump, but I was never that much of a beast. However, I was somewhat of a beast. 43-inch approach vertical, not bad. So before I give you these exercises, make sure that you comment JUMP, J-U-M-P, down below in the comment section. If you want a free bodyweight vertical jump training program, make sure that you smash that like button, subscribe to the channel. We post every single day at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Comment your question down below if you want me to answer your question in a video like this, and check out my advanced training programs. I will take you to the next level. All right, here we go. So I think that you are going to hear these exercises, and some of them you're going to think to yourself, why in the world would he do that? That probably contributed zero to the 43-inch vertical. Some of them you're going to think, yeah, I can see why. Some of them you're going to think, oh, I might want to try that. And then there's going to be some exercises that you're going to think, why wouldn't he add those exercises in? It's because I was young and stupid, and I didn't really know what I was doing. But I did these 12 exercises for the majority of my late teens and my early 20s and got myself to a 43-inch vertical. Here we go. Number one, and I spammed this exercise. When I tell you I did this exercise, this was probably 50% of what I did. Like, of these 12 exercises, this is what I did most. Box squats with bands. As you're going to see through this list, I pretty much just added bands to everything because in my 19-year-old brain all the way up to like my 23-year-old brain, I figured, why not add bands? That's just going to add more gains. But box squats with bands was definitely present in my programming the entire way. So I would have 2 days. My first day was a Monday. My second day was a Friday. And on Monday, I would do volume, which should have actually been on Friday. But I would do volume squats on Monday, and I would do one set of 10, then the next set a little bit heavier of 8 reps. Then I would go 6, 6, 6, and then I would go 4, 4, 2. That was just what I came up with. And I would increase in weight each set. And then my Friday was normally 10 sets of 3 with 50 to 70% of my 1 rep max, and I was moving the bar as fast as possible. So you can see just by those 2 days that if you just do that, that's going to get you a decent way, especially if you're like I was. I was a young, fresh athlete who didn't lift any weights and only played basketball. So when I added in box squats with bands, my vertical went crazy. Second exercise is I did a lot of step-ups, and I did 3 variations of step-ups. I did front step-ups, I did lateral step-ups, and I did crossover step-ups. And I did lateral step-ups just to get some ankle inversion, and I did crossover step-ups just to get some step-ups with ankle eversion. And at the time, I had no clue what ankle inversion or eversion was. I think I just saw it once, probably, on a video, and I rolled with it. But that is the second exercise that I did a lot of on my way to a 43-inch vertical jump. Side note, I will pass 43. I am 33 right now. I promise you, I'm going to have higher than a 43-inch approach vertical jump soon. I can do it. I just got to lock in, and I got to be smarter than this dude, which isn't going to be very hard. Yeah, so step-ups. Next one was single leg RDLs. That was my primary post-chain exercise. I spammed single leg RDLs. And when I say 19 to 23, I actually started this. I did this plan. I can't even remember where I found it. Actually, my mother bought me a vertical jump program. This is an old-ass program, but it was between 9th and 10th grade summer, and these were the exercises that were the most common in that program. And it actually got me dunking from my 9th grade. I was dunking in that summer. I started dunking. But then I stopped this plan. I thought as soon as I could dunk that I would be able to dunk forever. And by the time the season came, I couldn't dunk anymore because I stopped working out. So, little side note, fun fact. But these are pretty much where all of the exercises came from, that program. That's where I got it. Yeah, so single leg RDLs, spammed these as well. Didn't know what a double leg barbell RDL was. Just did single leg RDLs with dumbbells. Explosive step ups were very prominent. So normally I did my explosive step ups, and I'm just going to tell you another exercise: single leg box jumps and box jumps. I put those together, single leg box jumps and box jumps, but explosive step ups, single leg box jumps, and box jumps, I pretty much superset with my last 4 sets of box squats every single workout. So just think, if I'm squatting Monday and Friday every single week, and after I'm squatting, I superset, I don't think I rested at all. If I would, go back and change something, I probably would have rested 30 to 60 seconds, make sure that I was fresh for the plyo during contrast training. During contrast training, you don't want to just squat and fatigue yourself and immediately sprint to the boxes and jump on the boxes. You want to make sure that you're fresh for those box jumps, single leg box jumps, and explosive step ups. But I didn't do that. However, I did contrast training, and every Monday, Friday, I would superset my last 3 to 4 sets with a plyo, which was explosive step ups, single leg box jumps, or box jumps. Next one, I did band squats a lot, and I did higher rep for this, sets of 15 to 20 reps as fast as I could, which, I mean, it's not the greatest exercise in the world, but if you take a fresh athlete who doesn't lift weights, this is going to be great for the stretch shortening cycle. This is going to be a really good contract and relax technique, the way that I was doing it. But basically, I was just doing band squats for 3 sets of 20 reps, and I would superset that with the next exercise, which is band good mornings for 3 sets of 20 reps. So as you can see, I love the bands. And what the band is going to do, most of you already know this, but for a band squat, as you get deeper into the squat, and this is for box squats with bands and the body weight band squats, but as you go deeper, the resistance is less. And then as you get in a shorter range of motion, you go up in the squat, your concentric portion of the squat. As you get shorter range of motion, you get stronger and stronger and stronger. Not you get strong. You guys know what I mean. You don't get stronger. That's where you are the strongest in that squat, is at shorter ranges of motion. But that is where the tension on the band is the heaviest. So I got to get a new chair, bro. This thing is super squeaky and I hate it. Anyways, band good mornings, band squats, spam those. 3 sets of 20 reps, supersetted them all the time. Pretty much every Monday, Wednesday, every Monday, Friday as well. Yeah. Oh, and at this time, this is probably an important note. I would do these workouts either Monday, Friday, or Monday, Thursday. And that's all that I would do. That's a very important note. I would only do 2 workouts per week. I didn't do like a Monday, Wednesday, Friday. I could have did Monday, Wednesday, Friday and did less per workout, but I just had 2 massive, a lot of volume workouts per week. Normally Monday, Thursday, or Monday, Friday. And then I just played basketball every single day. I probably could have had a higher vertical if I didn't play as much, but try telling a 19-year-old kid with hoop dreams to stop hooping. It ain't gonna work. Yeah, now we are at band pull-throughs. Once again, a band. This is a post-chain exercise. Once again, band tension is going to be highest when you are at that locked out hip extension. But I would do 3 sets of 20 reps of this as well. And obviously, the further that you step out with the band, the more tension that's going to be on the band. But yeah, band pull-throughs, spam these as well. 3 sets of 20. Not sure why that was my thought process. Probably got it from that program, but I think even in that program, they didn't have 20 reps. So I don't know where I got the 3 sets of 20 reps. But yeah, next exercise is hyperextensions and reverse hyperextensions. Great for the post chain, low back, glutes, hamstrings. I would do 3 sets of 20 reps of these as well, guys. I don't know. See, I don't know. Just 3 sets of 20. That's just where I stayed. That's 100% not optimal. But when you think about it, a 19-year-old kid all the way up to like 23. By the time I was 23, I had a lot more lifting experience. But like at 19 years old, and 19 is when I obviously got out of high school. I started playing college basketball, and that's when I first started lifting. Other than that 9th to 10th grade summer, I didn't lift at all. Every summer, I would say to myself, I'm going to lift, bro. And I'm going to return back to the team. They ain't even going to know who I am, bro. They're going to say, Braun, is that you? And I'm going to say, no, bro, it's Morty. They're oh my God, I didn't even recognize you. You're dunking on everyone. And then I would sit on my couch and play video games. RuneScape. Like diabolical to my life, that game was. Yeah, so hyperextensions, reverse hyperextensions, 2 to 3 sets of 20. Don't ask why. Bonehead kid. And then I would do banded walks. I would do a lot of banded walks. So monster walks, half moon walks, lateral side steps. Great for the glute medius. Not a lot of people have these in their programs, but I would do those a lot. I think the glute medius, a lot of athletes miss out on, which I think everybody should be doing banded walks or some sort of exercise for your glute medius, whether it's, a side star plank or clams or, banded walks. I'm lacking on the exercises for your glute medius right now, but anyways, don't neglect the glute medius. But I did tons of banded walks during this plan, or during my 19 to 23-year-old era. Let's see what else. I'm struggling because I didn't say these in order. But let's see. Box squats with bands, step-ups, single leg RDLs, explosive step-ups, hypers and reverse hypers, banded walks, single leg box jumps and box jumps, band squats, band good mornings, band pull-throughs. Okay, last one. Band resisted jumps. I did a decent amount of band resisted jumps, not as much as I did all of these other exercises, but I remember I would go to LA Fitness and I would I would loop 2 bands around the dumbbell racks in the yoga room, and I would attach them to a weight belt, and then I would jump and jump and jump. Yeah. And then I have one bonus exercise that I did a lot, but I would dunk, right? I would dunk and I would dunk and I would dunk. And I would dunk in games. I would dunk to warm up for games. I would dunk when my team lost and at LA Fitness the other team was down on the other end of the floor. I'd be dunking. I dunked so much that my knees began to kill me. So that was the beginning of my downfall. So as you guys can see, this plan could have been so much better. You can probably see how my knees were killing me at the same time. So when I had a 43-inch vertical, I also had the most knee pain that I ever had in my life. So it was kind of one with the other, but I had no clue what load management meant. And I would hoop pretty much every single day. I would dunk pretty much every single day. And I would do these 2 big workouts, either Monday, Thursday, or Monday, Friday. Now, as you can tell, there's like barely any plyos in here. And this was one thing that I want to point out. There's barely any plyos in here. I just did a review of Just Jamari's program, Just Jump, which I'm not sure if this video is going to come out before that, but that video might be out on my main channel as of now. But in his program, he had about 80% plyometrics and 20% lifting, which is not a bad plan. But I do think that my plan of 80% lifting and 20% plyometrics was much better for me as a 19-year-old kid who just played basketball all the time. I didn't need more plyos, right? I needed strength training, and I needed to take a fucking chill pill. But that's one thing that I wanted to point out. And then, I had no sprints in there. That's about it, right? You guys are smart, right? You guys are intelligent. This video is already long, but those are the 12 exercises with a couple bonuses there that I did on my way to a 43-inch vertical jump. There's a lot that I would have changed. And as a 33-year-old right now, I'm telling all of you, follow my main channel and follow the journey, because I have a goal to get higher than a 43-inch vertical jump. I can do it. It might take some time. I'm getting old, right? At 33, I'm not going to be able to do what I used to do at 19. If I would have done this plan right now, I'd be in bed. A hospital bed. Like, I'd be in a hospital bed. Anyways, I'm yapping at this point, so I love you all. I'll see you tomorrow, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Like this video, subscribe to the channel. You don't got to click that bell, because you know we post every single day at 9 a.m. Did I just say that? 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Get my programs, comment and jump, do all the stuff, and I'll see you tomorrow. Peace.